The first time in my life I was diagnosed with obesity, I was 13 or 14 years old, back in 8th grade when my mom took me to see a dietitian because she was worried about my weight, which kept going up and up. I'm not sure if I should mention the actual number, but fine, around 78 kilograms, which is about 170 pounds in American units. I guess for some people that might be a normal weight at 14, but for someone as short as I was, under 155 centimeters at the time, it was a lot for it to be considered a problem. Anyways, I had never been skinny even before that. I was always a little chubby ever since kindergarten and elementary school. In every class, I was always that fat NPC girl. It didn't help that I was never confident. God, I was the most stereotypical shy, chubby girl who always sat quietly trying to stay invisible. What I never understood is why it always felt like the other chubby people around me tried to make themselves look better by putting me down. There was a chubby girl in my elementary class. I actually tried to be friends with her. I thought since we were only two fat girls in a class, maybe we would get along. But sometimes she'd make weird comments about my weight. She'd say that I should eat less or remind me that I was fat. And that was just weird. I mean, she was fat too. What the hell? One thing I learned growing up as a fat girl. Boys hate fat girls. I was mocked by boys literally since childhood. And yes, I know what you're thinking of. Girls can be mean too. Yes, they can. But even at 10 years old, most of the girls at least knew that openly calling someone names was cruel. Boys did not care. In elementary school, I did try to stand up for myself when boys teased me, but by the time I reached middle school, I gave up and just tried to ignore it. Eventually, most boys grew out of it and stopped bothering me, but being fat made me very vulnerable to being bullied. I tried to be nice to everyone. Extra nice, just to survive school. I avoided arguing with anyone because I knew that if I got into any argument, no matter who it was, they'd always go for the one thing that would hurt me the most. They would say, "Shut the fuck up, fatty," or "Yeah, well, you're fat, so who cares what you say?" Any mention of me being fat would instantly shut me down. I couldn't even hear or say the word fat. If anyone said that word, my heart would freeze. Just hearing it made my whole body panic. The worst nightmare for any fat school kid? School medical examinations. If you've seen it in anime, you know what I'm talking about. That yearly height and weight measurement in front of everyone. Yes, just like in anime, it happens publicly. You stand in a line and hear the nurse call out each classmate's weight and height out loud. So in 1st grade, I was waiting in line. The girl in front of me, also chubby, stepped on the scale. The nurse announced, 44 kilograms. And immediately, the whole class laughed, especially the boys. They made comments like, "What? I only weigh 35," or "Wow, that's a lot." And I was horrified because I was next. That meant the same public humiliation was coming for me. Luckily for me, the nurse slammed her clipboard on the desk and told everyone to shut up. So when it was finally my turn, nobody said anything. But that moment haunted me forever. The next year, in 5th grade, the nurse came to our classroom again and called us, 4 at the time, to the nurse office for measurements. That moment made me feel so anxious and awful that my head started spinning. My vision went black. My ears rang. I think it was the first panic attack I ever had. A few minutes later, I asked to go to the bathroom and didn't come back until the next class. I successfully skipped the checkup. I hated talking about weight. I hated the word diet. I had this strange phobia of word fat. Every time someone called someone or something fat, my heart froze and time stopped. There are way too many bullying stories that I'm too lazy to cover up in this video. So if you want to get more, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, Mordy Vell, and write a comment if you relate to my video. Thanks!